Right, hello everybody. Um, Something different today. We're on location. We're not in Big John's garage. We're in young Austin's garage. Austin's my grandson.
Hello.
He's 13 years old, um, and we're going to have a bit of a chat today. He's got some questions for me. I've got some questions for him, and then we'll have a little look around his workshop and see what projects he's got on and what he wants to do and what his hopes in life are.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, you're going to go first.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question.
Well, you just introduce yourself first.
Okay, so I'm Austin, I'm 13, and I'm John's grandson. And this is my workshop on location. We're not in Grandad's garage, we're at my place. And this is where all of my projects are kept. This is where all my tools are, and this is where everything you might see that happens that I do mostly happens.
Yeah, right. And what do you aspire? What do you want to do in here?
In here, I just want to learn a lot about cars, tractors, really anything with an engine on it.
Yeah,
And and I aim to just learn how to fix them. I'd like to restore a car maybe when I'm 14 or something, get it ready for when I can
Well, you're not. It'll not be long before you are 14,
No.
and then you could restore one so it's ready for when you're 17 and learn to drive.
Yeah.
So what car do you want? What do you fancy?
Well,
Nothing too exotic.
I like a lot of cars, but they're very expensive. I could list some of my cars that are dream cars, and I could list some that would probably be good to get for like me as a beginner.
Yeah, well, we don't want Ferraris and
So-
things like that.
Some of my dream cars would probably be a Ford Escort Mark 1 and a Mark 2,
Yeah. Pound signs are going up already.
a Hillman Imp,
Yeah, not too bad.
is it an MG ZT?
ZT now, that's the big one. A
ZR.
ZR.
That's
Probably a
ZR.
ZR or a Rover 25
Yeah.
would be good.
Um,
If anybody's got a cheap Rover 25 or a cheap ZR we can do together, please let me know. That's it.
So yeah, there's some of my cars I'd like to get. Some that I think would be good to work on as a beginner is probably a Morris Minor,
Yeah, that'd be good.
because
Yeah.
parts are readily available and they're easy to upgrade.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we could upgrade the engine, 1275 in it.
yeah,
Yeah, disc brakes.
maybe a Saxo because they're quite big.
Yeah, or Saxo or 106.
Yeah. So anything that's easy to work on, anything that's not too desirable, not too expensive, and it's easily upgradable.
Yeah, we wouldn't want anything that's got a lot of electronics in it.
No, I think with a lot of electronics. And
Because
something,
that would limit my ability as well.
and something that can be entered into the car train.
Oh yeah, yeah, you've
It
got to,
has to be able to be entered into the
you've
car
got to
train.
be able to enter the car show.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my requirements of us to get a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So what
So would
questions
you like-
you
So do you want to take in turns to ask questions?
go on then? Well, I've asked most of mine already in sort of a one
Yeah.
block.
So, what is one car you regret selling?
Ooh, that's difficult. I've had that many. One car I did regret selling was my Matra Marina. It was a little French sports car, rear engine, and it was a 3-seater abreast car,
Oh yeah.
and it was left-hand drive. And your grandma hated that car because she had to tell me when it was safe to overtake, and she seemed to be sat so far away from it. And like we'd be behind a tractor, and she'd be looking, and I thought, is she ever going to tell me it's safe to overtake? We could follow this tractor
Yeah.
for 10 miles, couldn't she? But anyway, it had to go. It had to go. And probably the Sunbeam Racer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice car, and yeah, even Millie, the granddaughter, she liked riding
Yeah,
there.
that was.
And Auntie Donna was upset when that went.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But I've had that many. I've had so many.
Yeah. So on to the next question. So, one piece of advice have you got someone wanting to start out as a mechanic, and what first tool would you recommend?
Well, I mean, I went into mechanicking straight from school at 15. And my mum, your great grandma, bought me my first toolbox.
Yeah.
And it had got AF metric spanners, hammer, screwdrivers, pliers, and all that sort of stuff. And I know how much it cost. It cost £19, 11 shillings. And that was for
That's quite a lot.
cantilever toolbox.
Yeah.
And that was enough to get you settled.
Yeah.
So you need a decent set of spanners,
Yeah.
some good screwdrivers, hammer, and a nice little socket set, a 3/8. Don't get an half inch. They're too bulky for car.
So, what is your dream car if you can have one?
Dream car. I should love a Sunbeam Tiger.
Yeah, they are.
I had the chance to buy one many years ago for £500, and I'd had two kids, your dad and Auntie Donna, and a mortgage and all this sort of thing. Yeah, it didn't happen.
What is the most challenging repair or restoration you've completed?
It was when I was working for Practical Classics magazine,
And what car was it
a
on?
Jaguar Mark II 3.4, terrible car. It was absolutely posh rotten.
Yeah.
And we stripped it all down to a bare shell and sent it away to the acid kit
Yeah.
to remove all the rust. And there was 9 inches missing off the bottom nearly all the way round. And it took, I think it was, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years before we actually finally got that finished.
Yeah.
But it was a lovely car when it was done. I had loads of welding to do, and we rebuilt the engine and had leather interior fitted and all
Yeah.
that. And then we gave it away in the magazine.
Yeah.
And I think the chap that won it actually still got it.
Yeah. So, what skills do you think a mechanic needs?
Patience. A lot of patience. Because
Yeah.
a job that you think is going to take an hour will end up taking 3 or 4 hours. You'll have a broken bolts and all this.
Yeah.
You've got to be good with your hands.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of intelligent people are no good. They can't use their hands to do stuff.
Yeah.
They're all right with the brain work, but it doesn't seem to go from here
So
down to here.
Yeah. So what is your favourite or most useful tool?
Big hammer. Last resort.
Always the last resort.
Or the hot spanner, oxy
Oh,
settling. Yeah.
Yeah, because that can just cut it straight off. When was the first time you drove the car, and what car was it?
The first car I drove would be with your great granddad, and it was a Ford Anglia 105E, and that was on at East Kirby Aerodrome.
How old would you have been?
I would have been probably 12.
And my last question is, who is your inspiration?
My inspiration?
Yeah.
My dad, I suppose, your great granddad. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, my dad was a lorry driver most of his life.
Did you drive like Bedfords?
Bedfords, Leylands, all sorts. But he was the type of chap that would service his own car at the weekend, so I'd help him.
Yeah.
But with the modern stuff today,
You
you
can't
just
do it.
can't do it. You just can't do it. Now it's a pity, but that's what it is.
Yeah. Yes, that's all of my questions.
Right.
So, is there anything now? What do you want to?
No, I think we'll have you can show us around your projects and what you've actually got in the workshop.
Okay.
So just bear with us. Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello and welcome to my workshop. Let's show you around. So, I say we start from this side. essentially a ride-on lawnmower, lowered to lower the centre of gravity, and sped up a lot. And you get rid of the cutting deck, so it's obviously for safety reasons. So I'm hoping to build one just to, tear around the field over the road. And so that's what all of this is. I'm also hoping to build a rat rod go-kart. So it'll be 2 frame rails, very similar to like a tea bucket, and it'll be with a wheelbarrow as the seat. And then I'm going to try and repurpose as many lawnmower parts as I can.
Is that the secret thing you wouldn't tell me you're going to do?
Because then I might be able to enter that into the car show, Graham says.
Yeah,
So,
different, yeah.
Over there's my workbench. It's a bit of a mess at the minute. It's my temporary workbench, so it's just 2 sawhorses set up with a board of wood over. I've got that's where I do most of my bits. If I then show you over to this is our go-kart. So Grandad built this for us. It's got a copy of a Honda GX160, so it's 7 horsepower. It's got a centrifugal clutch. It's got no suspension, so it's a hell of fun to ride. It's got a full roll cage, full bucket seat. It's got everything. The brakes are nice and sharp. When you're going along, you have the flags flapping around. It's just fun to ride. The only thing we did on this was built when I was probably about, would you say 10?
Well, I built it when we were going through COVID, didn't I? Yeah.
And the only thing I managed to get to do on this, I painted it. I have since replaced the clutch, as the old one was not very good.
Well, you'd worn it out, basically.
I've replaced the pull starter as the string snapped, but that's a common issue on them. And that's about it. It could do with a good clean.
Yeah, it could definitely do with a wash, Austin.
I'd taken it out maybe a few weeks ago, and it had been a bit wet, and it kicks up an awful lot of mud. But it's hell of a fun to ride, and yeah, I really like it. We'll come over to another lawnmower, which I'm currently stripping down. The story of this one is that my dad basically, he didn't pay attention to the telltale signs that the compression release had gone in it, and he had it sat there running on the driveway, and the compression release came off, hit the side of the block, cracked one side, bounced off, and put a hole through the other side. So that engine's a write-off. So we're just going to strip it for parts. So we've got a rear axle still good. There's a few bits we can use, and I might be able to get a new block for it. It depends. Over here, this was my great-grand. First, we'll show you my stationary engine. So this was my. If I just get a clip. This was my great-granddad's Lister dig, and it had been sat for, my granddad estimated, roughly 20 years. And he used to run a potato riddler, and it hadn't been going in a while. So me and my great uncle Graham, we got together when we used to have a big shed over there. We got together and we decided we were going to get it running again. So we got a crank handle for it. We got some fuel in it, and we just tried to see what would happen. Nothing happened, so we checked spark, and the spark was gone. So we had to have the whole magneto apart. So the magneto has been semi-rebuilt. It had the shims. There were shims to tension this chain here. They had all gone rusty underneath it, so we had to sand all of those off. It was running. We had to put new spark plugs in it, but it's running too rich, so we're going to have the carb off, and we're going to clean out the carb, and if that doesn't work, we'll have to probably fetch a new one, but they're not too much. This is also my great-granddad's. This was his tool cabinet, so in here he has just plenty of storage, the tools, the same on the other side, and this is where all my tools will be eventually kept on, so a bit of a sort out in here. But yeah, it's a good, solid piece of like storage. And if it ever needs fixing, we can use my welder, which that's nicely moved us on. So over we go to the welder. Now Paul Chafer kindly gifted me this Oxford MiG 170. Well, I didn't know if it was 160 or 170. 170. He gave me a full reel of wire. He's given me a whole new gun, and Grandma and Grandad kindly bought for me a bottle of argon so we can use it. So I've been doing a little bit today, so if I just...
Yeah, first go you've had with it, isn't it?
It's my first go. The gun is extremely good. It's quite sensitive, isn't it, Grandad?
Yeah, the trigger's very sensitive. Can you undo that? Well,
I'll just show you how it is, look.
yeah.
So this was when we had it burning a little too strong. So this is something I did. It's along here. It is extremely sensitive. It takes a bit of getting used to. I also completed this here, and that's from the back.
Yeah, got
That.
good penetration there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get used to it. It's quite a sensitive gun, but it's a real great welder, and I really appreciate that, Paul, so thank you. So what else can I show the viewers? I think that's about it.
I think you've about covered it.
This is my granddad's side of the shop, which he says we're going to clear. This is not Grandad Simpson's, this is Grandad Carrots. He said we're going to clear it out, and on this desk I've got a bench grinder and a drill press, which I can show them. What are going to go in here, and so we're going to have it sort out. We're going to get rid of all of this, and I can have the whole shop to myself.
That'd be great.
Yeah, which is really lucky. So yeah, so we can. Shall we move on and show them the drill press, which is just over there?
That's fine.
So we come across the driveway.
Don't walk away from me.
Let's come and show the drill press.
No, it doesn't matter today.
Okay.
So is that it?
Yeah, so that is my workshop. We do have a drill press and bench grinder over there, but they're not over, and we have about 5 vices. So, but they're not over here at the minute. We're going to move them later on, maybe into the summer when it's a bit better weather. So yeah, that's my workshop. Thanks for letting me show you around.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
remember, if you like Big John's Garage, remember to give us a like
And subscribe. If
and
you want to see
subscribe.
more videos.
It'd be
And
appreciated.
also, some people think subscribing is a paid for thing. Subscribing is free, and basically it's like following someone on Facebook. So you get to see all of their posts on their channel.
Thanks,
So,
folks.
it'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Go on round again. Give me some welly. Go round again.
What?
Go round again.